In English, it's usually said parenting is not a child's play. Actually, guys, as you all know, it's very difficult to raise kids. But one of the techniques that I have learned during the course of my life is to teach children to ask questions. I'm reminded of a great physicist, scientist. He was a chemist also once. He studied chemistry, then moved to physics. His name is Rabi, Isaac Rabi. You can surf about him online. He received Nobel Prize in 1944 for researching MRM. That's, we all know about MRI scans, right? That laid foundation for MRI. For that invention, he was given the Nobel Prize. When he received the Nobel Prize, some interviewers asked him, who do you think responsible for this Nobel Prize? He liked to dedicate this award to somebody. When he was questioned, he beautifully said, I wish to dedicate this award to my mother. When the interviewers wanted to know more about it, why do you want to dedicate this award to your mother? In what way your mother is different from other mothers? For that he replied, see, usually parents, when the school gets over, check students' tiffin box. If the children have eaten all the food that was prepared by mom in the morning, that was sent by the mom to school. And some parents would check their water bottles if they've drunk, if they've had the water full. If students have not had the water, sometimes parents would go to school and complain about the teacher to the principal. So some parents do check their kids' water bottles. Some parents would check students' school diary to check if there are any projects to be done, if there is any homework to be done. Rabbi said, my mother has never done it. My mother has never checked my water bottle, has never checked my tiffin box, has never checked my diary, in fact. Oh, then what sort of mother you had? He said, my mother usually asks me as soon as the school got over. Every evening she would ask me a question. That is, what question did you ask today? Dear Rabbi, what question did you ask today? So this was the habit of the mother. Every evening after the school got over, she would ask Rabbi if he'd asked any questions. That too, she didn't ask, Rabbi, did you ask any questions? No. She asked, what question did you ask? Perhaps first couple of days, he would not have posed any questions to his teacher. But as the time went by, he wanted to satisfy his mother. For that, he started asking questions to his teacher. He wanted to make his mother happy by saying, yes, mom, I asked this question today. I asked this question to my physics teacher. I asked this question to my math teacher. I asked this question to my English teacher. By saying so, he felt his mother would be happy. So, he started to ask questions every day. He developed this habit. He developed the habit of asking questions. Then he said, so every class I used to ask questions. You know what? By asking questions, or in order to ask questions, I used to listen to the teachers very, very carefully. So in English there is a saying, an active listener is not only liked by all, but also he learns something. When you listen to somebody very carefully, you are loved by the speaker. So this gentleman Rabbi used to ask questions every day. So the teachers used to like him, and Rabbi became an avid reader, a voracious reader, a wonderful listener. So that fetched him the Nobel Prize, the greatest prize in the world. My dear parents, I wish to tell you all one thing. Please, I know it's very difficult to raise kids, alright? But in those days, there were about 5 kids, 10 kids in families. But these days in cities or even in villages, we have maximum 2 kids. Very few people have 3 kids or 4 kids. In villages, children used to learn from their peers, used to learn from their siblings. But in cities, children hardly get chances to play with their neighbors. Children hardly get time to play with their siblings even. So, what I was trying to tell you is that parenting isn't a child's play. You teach your children, you ask your children every day, every evening, if they've asked any questions to their teachers. If you don't want to ask, hey, have you asked any questions? No. Better ask your kids, hi my dear son, hi my dear daughter, what question did you ask today? If you develop the habit of asking questions, or if you train your children to ask questions, trust me, your children will come out with flying colors. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Bye.